You know, it dawned on me, setting up for all this, I should really get a curtain for that window. Just because I keep moving everything because my OCD and just my anxieties about everything being the same for too long, it just changes the whole space every time. Like, I think the way that I had this space before from my last videos, and now it was better before because the window wasn't in the way. But we're doing this. So, good morning, friends. Happy New Year. As of today, it is January 1st, 2024. So, awesome. We made it through another year. Today, fun video. I always find a reason to make these videos, but sometimes I'm like, it's not really worth it. Other times I'm like, it's worth it. I must do it. So, today we're starting off the year with what's in my backpack right now. Because it's kind of changed from the last time I did this, and it's kind of not. I know I say that every time, but I'm going to continue to keep saying it. More so to the fact that it's a different bag. Again, I didn't buy a new bag. It's a bag I already had. But as of currently, I am using the Peak Design Everyday version 2 20-liter bag. So I switched out from the Peter McKinnon bag. Now, let me preface it by saying this. I love my Peter McKinnon Everyday bag very much. I go back and forth because the thing I don't like about the McKinnon bag is that you have to open the back of it to get into certain things. Like, I had it set up, like I had my camera stuff in the cube on the bottom, and then my cube on the top, like everything was kind of like sorted that way. But you have to open the back of it, and sometimes I want to be able to just open it, grab something, close it. I don't know. It wasn't working for me at this point in time. That being said, I love it so much that I continued to try and use it, even though there's some parts that didn't work for me. So there's that. But the bag that I'm currently using is, again, this Peak Design bag, because I can reach everything mostly, and it still fits everything, and it's just ever so slightly smaller that I don't feel like a turtle everywhere I go. Again, I love my Pete McKinnon bag. The only thing that this can't do is I have a big 32 or 36 ounce Yeti tumbler that I carry with me every day that's full of water, and in the Peter McKinnon bag, the pockets will fit it. This one won't, but that's a very minute thing. So, this is my backpack. It's just the black version, except for this patch on the front. This is my unit patch for when I was in the National Guard. As of last year, I ETS'd, and I'm no longer actively in the National Guard. So, my unit patch is no longer on my uniform. It is on my backpack so that I can carry a little piece of my Army career with me wherever I go. Now, the first couple things I'm going to show you in this bag, they go with me every day, but not for my own personal use. So the first thing I'm going to pull out is this computer, and then this cable. And then I'm going to close it back up because this is what I carry with me, but I carry it with me for work, for my job. So currently I work for an internet company. We service most of Northwest Illinois, Midwest Illinois areas, very few parts of Wisconsin and Eastern Iowa. Yeah, Western Iowa. So this is my working computer. It is a Microsoft Surface. I'm not sure which one it is. I can't even tell you. But it was given to me for work. And then I have this cable. This is just a 7-foot Ethernet cable with the dongle, with an Ethernet USB port dongle, because the Surface does not have an Ethernet port on it, so I need the dongle to use my Ethernet port. This is for my job, and that's the only reason that I have it with me. This isn't a great computer, barely any memory. It only has 4 gigs of RAM. It's older than dirt, but it gets the job done, and it was what was given to me, and so I take care of it and and care for it with my life because it doesn't actually belong to me. And the battery life is terrible. I have to charge this thing every night when I come home from work, or it will not work the next day. But this does go in the bag, and that's another thing that I like about the bigger bags is that it can fit everything, but I also don't want to be, again, like a turtle all the time. But this goes with me every day, but it's not part of my personal everyday carry. Now, that out of the way, let's get to the bag itself. So, we'll start with the laptop pocket. And now, surprise, surprise, it's the same. It's still my M2 MacBook Air with my D-brand teardown skins on the front of it. Recently, at the end of 2023, they came out with the M3 version of the MacBook Pros. I was tempted, but they're still a little too expensive, and I don't really need to upgrade this because for what I do, my M2 MacBook Air still works just fine. And again, this is the 13-inch version. They also make a 15-inch version now, as you're all aware, but I personally still like my stuff kind of like on the smaller side, so 13-inch for me. And then the back of this backpack just has my MacBook goes in this sleeve here. It's the 13-inch laptop sleeve in this bag, and then there's the bigger laptop sleeve that I stick my Surface in. And then the only thing that I still have in here, in these two pockets right up here, is just an AirTag that I use to keep track of my bag. Occasionally, I've also used the fact that there's an AirTag in this for work to measure, like, how far I am, like, from a certain point on a job I'm on. I can just kind of measure with my bag that's in my van, like, how far away I am. That's just a little side tip. So then in this bag, it has this really cool latch system that you can get from the top. And then it also has these extra ladder latches on them so that I normally try to ladder it all the way down because that's how it fits and I like it that way. But if you have more stuff in the top, you can go on that one, you can go all the way at the top. I wouldn't recommend it because then the bag's pretty much open. You can go at the second to last one right there, or if you're like me, I go all the way to the bottom. So that's that. And then it is also a side access bag, so we can get into it from the sides like so, and I have it full of stuff. So let's get into it. So in the bottom section, we'll start with the bottom section. I didn't think I would struggle with much zipping the bag. I think the weight of it is just causing it to collapse on the inside. Anyway, this is just a little GoPro case that came with my Hero 9 that all of my camera type gear, I call it my camera case, all of my camera gear is in this case and then goes in the bottom of the bag. It's not the best idea to put all your camera stuff at the bottom of the bag, but I think with the case and the padding in the bag, it's fine. So in this right now, it's half empty because one of the main the camera that's missing from here is my DJI Osmo Pocket 3 that I'm currently using to record. So the other things that are in here from that are the cover for the entire container and the wireless transmitter that came with the Pocket 3. I haven't really figured out how to use mics yet. I should just like leave it on and go, but I still don't like the way it sounds and I don't know enough about mics, so it's still it comes with, but I rarely use it. Excuse me, I'm a little snuffly. I've been fighting a cold. I still have my GoPro Hero 9. I don't use a GoPro enough to justify getting one of the newer ones. So the Hero 9, it still works great for me. It records 4 or 5K, 30 FPS. It works great for the shots. I used this a lot last year when I went on vacation for shots. When we were on the beach, we went mini putty and I used this a lot. It was cool. And then the other thing that is in there is just the little shorty tripod for the GoPro. Just opens up. Little shorty. And then the last thing in this is my Sony ZV-1 camera. Again, it's not the newest one, but for the amount that I actually use it, this is perfectly fine. And those all just kind of hang out in the camera case. So, next thing, we're going to the next section of the bag, which is where I carry. This is less exciting. The next part we'll start with this. I just carry an extra set of Joycons for my Switch. It is my green ones and I have a green and a blue one. I like my green ones. They're the ones that used to be a Best Buy exclusive that they don't sell anymore. And then I have a blue one because my left green Joy-Con, it doesn't lock into the Switch anymore. The nub, the locking piece, is rubbed off, so it just flies out. So that sits on a controller stand, and I take the blue one with me. And they are held together by a controller rail. This is a Satisfye rail. It's just a little plastic piece that holds two Joy-Cons together. And I have them like this because the Switch is in something else, so you'll see that later. The next thing, these all go together, is my drone. So I still have my DJI Mavic Mini 2 that goes in my bag, my drone. I have the drone, the controller, this is just the regular one that came with it, and then the charger and the batteries for the drone. I've been trying to get my boss to let me use my drone for work because he wants to take pictures of certain things and towers and stuff, and then it's a lot. It gets messy when you have people up there and you're trying to take pictures. So I was like, hey, I have a drone, so we could use that. So that's an ongoing process. I'll update you if it ever changes, but that's why I continue to carry it with me. Otherwise, I just use it for funsies. This was another thing that I used a lot while I was on vacation last year. And then that is the inside of the bag. So then in the top is where all the goodies are. Phone. I guess we'll start with phones. So I still have my two phones. I have my iPhone of choice and my Android phone of choice. So let me get actually my iPhone out of my pocket. So my main driver is currently my iPhone 15 Pro, and that is in a D-brand grip case with a skin. I had the Ghost case for D-brand. I wasn't a fan. I prefer the grip over the Ghost. So I have the 15 Pro in a grip case with the tear-down skin made with a collaboration with Jerry Rig Everything. And then my Android phone of choice is a Pixel 8, and that is also in a D-brand grip case with the Verge Blacks skin on it. Also, quick shout out to D-brand. I love this grip case for my Pixel because they put MagSafe in it. So I can use all of my MagSafe accessories for my Pixel 8. I have a Duo on my desk for a charger. I have an Anker 3-in-1 charger upstairs. I have a MagSafe battery in my bag. I have just the regular puck, the MagSafe puck, in my van. It works with this case because there's MagSafe rings in it. I love this thing. So Android phone of choice, Pixel 8. And again, I didn't go with the Pro because I'm sticking to what I say, that at this moment when it comes to Google, you don't need the Pro. And I'm sticking to it, and we're gonna keep revisiting that throughout the year. Next is this little guy. This is I think it's a OXO tech cleaner. It's got a little brush, and then it's got a little red screen cleaner on the end of it. I've had this forever. That's kind of a theme of a lot of the stuff in this bag. I've had it forever. I have a deck of cards. This is a deck of cards from Theory 11. It is Avengers Infinity Saga themed. So all the cards have Avengers characters, and they're all themed around the Infinity Saga of the Marvel MCU. I have my Multitool. This is my Leatherman P4. I think it's the P4 or the T4. I forget every time. I keep it in this I keep it in its pouch in the bag because I don't want it to break anything, and I don't always carry it in my pocket because it's just big and bulky because it's a multi-tool, but I still carry it with me everywhere that I go. The next thing, my iPad Mini 6. I'm putting this on the floor because I'm tired of it falling on me. I have the iPad Mini 6 generation. I love my iPad Mini. I made a video about this. I switched from the Air, and I have not regretted it. I love this thing. My wife even uses this thing to illustrate stuff, and I get excited when my wife gets excited about this stuff because it makes me happy. So I love my iPad Mini. There's a rumor that there's going to be a refresh coming out this year, and I'm excited for that. I also have some stationery in the bag. I have some pens. I recently switched out. I used to carry a Bic 4-in-1 pen and 3-in-1 pen and a pencil, but I don't like the way it writes, so I stopped using it. So now I have a Sharpie S-Gel pen in my bag. I think it is a 0.5 fine point. I also have a space pen, but it might be redundant to have 2 black pens, so I might be tossing the space pen because I love this Sharpie pen because it's metal. And then I also have my Apple Pencil for the iPad Mini. I don't always stick it to the iPad when it's in the bag just because the way it sits in the bag, it falls off, and I don't actually use the pencil as much. My wife uses the pencil more than I do, so that's why I still just keep it with me. And then, so this is fun. So this is my Switch. It is still not the first generation, but it is the newer old version with the bigger battery still. I have not replaced it yet because I am waiting till supposedly this year there's going to be a Switch 2. So I'm waiting for that, and then I'm going to decide if I just get the Switch 2 or if I get the OLED, because the rumor right now is that Switch 2 will not have the OLED screen. So if it doesn't, I think I'm going to go with the OLED. But the thing that the Switch is in is called a Nitro Deck. So this is a accessory made from a company called Cracked. I made a video on this as well. Basically, it plugs into your Switch and acts as a Pro controller, and it's very similar in size and function to Steam Deck. That's kind of what they made it off of, but also it just makes your Switch overall better, in my opinion, and I keep using it just because it's awesome. It has hollow effect joysticks instead of just regular joysticks like on the Joycons. I still carry the Joycons just in case I get nostalgic and want to use it regularly, or if I want to play with friends. I keep a couple in there, but I mostly play with the Steam Deck attached to my Switch. And I'm pretty sure that the Nitro Deck won an award for 2023. I don't know which one though, but I'm pretty sure it did. And then we'll do this little pocket next where I keep earbuds. I need to preface this. I have a pair of over-ear headphones. I don't use them. I don't like them. I've tried to make myself like using them. I don't like them. So I don't use them. So the 2 earbuds that I carry with me, I carry my AirPods Pro. These are 2nd generation AirPods Pro that still have the lightning connector because I feel no reason to buy the USB-C ones because that's all there is different, other than some stuff that works with the Vision Pro that's coming out, but I'm not buying that. That's ridiculously expensive. And I don't charge these with the lightning part. I use the Apple Watch or MagSafe charger. So I'm keeping these. I have my AirPods Pro 2nd generation, and I also have a pair of Beats Fit Pro that I use for other things, working out. It works if I want to use headphones for the Pixel. So this is the 2nd pair of earbuds that I keep in my bag. And then the last thing that I have in the bag, and maybe this bag will stand up without falling on me now. I doubt it. Stay. Is this little pouch from Alpaka. This is just a accessory pouch, and in this I keep pretty much everything charging, storage, computer related for the most part, and it's full of goodies. In here I keep a SPUDZ microfiber cloth to clean things when they get dirty. I have my Satechi USB-C dongle for the MacBook because I have a Macbook Air, so ports. I have, this is a new addition to the bag. It is my Samsung T7 Sheild SSD. Before this I had a SanDisk Extreme 500 gigabyte, but it literally died. I went to plug it in one day and it didn't show up. Plugged in everything I had and it just didn't show up. So sales, and I bought myself a Samsung T7. I have a Anker, I think this is the 622 or 626. I don't remember the numbers, but it is a MagSafe charging battery with a little stand on it. I have two of these. I used to carry two. I went to carrying one because I'm normally close enough if I need to charge my stuff to an outlet and I plug it into the wall. And I've just, my almost every way I use stuff, it lasts all day and I don't really need to charge during the day. So I just opted to carry one that I can share across my mobile devices if need be. And this is going to sound really dumb when I say it out loud, but the USB-C port on the bottom of it, I always thought it was just an in port. It is also an out port, so you can charge stuff via that too. I realize that sounds dumb. I understand, but I have to be honest with you. And then I have a Satechi braided USB to USB-C cable. I believe it's 6 feet or 4 feet. I don't remember. I also have another USB-C to C cable. It's one I found on Amazon. It's one of those ones that has the screen on the one end that tells you the wattage that's going into whatever you're charging. It's just, I saw it on YouTube and I had to buy it. I also have the MagSafe cable for my MacBook because it is how you charge it the fastest with your MacBook. And then I have my Satechi wall charger. This is a 108 watt Gan Charger with 3 USB-C ports, and I have a love-hate relationship with this charger. I just wish it was significantly smaller, like, because you can see it's just got these 3 ports. I wish, like, somewhere down here they could just, like, cut this bottom part off and it just be like that. I know that there's other chargers that are GAN and are smaller, but the thing is, I want a USB-C only charger. Nobody makes them that small without a USB-A port. I don't want the USB-A port because I don't have cords that use it, and if I did, they're all here at the desk. I don't carry anything with me that needs it, so I refuse to buy one. And until I find a charger that only has USB-C ports and has at least 3, preferably 4, this is what I use, even though I have a love-hate relationship. And the last thing in this bag is another computer charger. It is my Anker Nano 2 65 watt. It is a 1-port charger, and I have a 10-foot 240 watt Anker USB-C to USB-C cable. It doesn't push 240 watts from this charger, but it's nice to know that it does. I know I complained about a charger like 10 seconds ago, but let me vent. This is the original charger that I bought years ago. The newer one that I made a video, the 735 or the 733 or the 737, one of those numbers, it's actually under the desk powering something else. So I put this in the bag because I have room. And that is everything that I carry with me at the beginning of 2024. Is it going to change throughout the year? Most definitely, but it's going to be more purposeful. I have a new focus on what I want to do with my content going into the new year, and it's hopefully going to show in the way that I buy products and use things. So that's all I have for this video. If you like what you see, like and subscribe. If you don't, if you have any gripes, comments, or complaints, or just want to chat, leave them down in the comments below. I look through them and I read them and I try to communicate with you guys. Let me know what you think of the carry. If there's anything that, do you use the same things? What do you use differently that works for you? I want to know how you do it. So thanks for watching. I hope you all are staying safe out there. Happy New Year, and I will see you guys in the next episode.